Welcome back to Jesters of Ravenloft, where a group of comedians try to escape the horrors of the mists. Wet Change entered the church in the Nameless Graveyard, and when Del realized it was Thanksgiving, they decided to celebrate and found some food and drinks. Rumpleforeskin made a berry jelly and baked a calzone inside themself. They all played cards, and the Dr. Deputy put on such an incredible show with the tech deck that Tyler gave it to him permanently. They all said what they were thankful for, received gifts from the Watchers, including a goat for New Rogue that he can pet without harming, and discovered that Shadow Nemesis had slept with the Sanguine. Now, can they defeat the Gargoyle that just landed unexpectedly in their midst? I doubt it.
Four comedians. I mean, 3 comedians and a stage manager, but Del's pretty goddamn funny, so don't you dare not say she's a comedian. They were performing at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival when they were sucked through the mists into the fantasy realm of Ravenloft. It turns out they had accidentally been summoned by Ezra, the god of the mists, to be, Ezra's champions. Ezra thought they were getting absolute war hero, veteran, brilliant fighters, and instead got 3 sketch comedians and their stage manager. They had to defeat the Dark Lord of the first realm that they entered into, an evil judge. So along the way, they all trained and became the traditional D&D classes. We've got a barbarian, we've got a bard, we've got a cleric, and we have a blade-singing wizard. So they switched it up a little bit on that one, but in a fun way. But along the way, they also became more horrifying versions of themselves. Del, taking up the reality blade, a stylus that lets her carve into the very fabric of reality to create her magic, has also been put in touch with ghosts. She is constantly being haunted, helpfully and sometimes harmfully, by all of the spirits that flow through Ravenloft. Tyler, he has grown horns. His skin is now green. He has a pinky finger he can remove that does magical things, though he rarely does that. He can also disguise himself as various creatures and other things. And he's got a familiar now, Ivan, a relatively chill bat or rat or whatever Tyler makes until I think Adam kills it. Then there is, it was Guy too. There was everybody, the party club. Guy sadly died on their early journeys and was brought back from the dead, though he has lost all of his memories. So he's taken up the new identity of New Rogue, a cleric looking to protect his friends. He also has spectral, ghostly hands to the elbow, and from his feet to his knees are also spectral. Touches anyone with them, they suffer horrific damage as he drains the life from them, which has been very problematic for him as he keeps forgetting he can't touch things. And Adam, who became Shadow, who became Shadow Nemesis, has been, I would say slowly, but he's been on an express train to hell. He has decided to become an absolute villain. He has been eating people. He has been claiming the mantle of dark powers. He has been collecting minions who he abuses and lies to and occasionally sacrifices for his own ends. And then they defeated the first Dark Lord and teleported through the mists to another realm, having discovered that Ravenloft is an elaborate prison. They have to travel through these various domains and defeat the Dark Lord. So Ezra, the god of the mist, who is also trapped within Ravenloft, can use their collected powers to make them appear to be these actual Dark Lords and replace this so they can all escape this hellish realm. So they journeyed to a new realm where they were briefly trapped inside doll bodies. They were joined by the Bone Horse, a skeletal horse fueled by fire named Rumpleforeskin, who has been journeying with the party since their original adventures. And after losing all of his previous minions and his daughter, who realized that he murdered her dad and then lied about it, Shadow Nemesis was gifted with the one squire who had died in his service and not been turned against him by the previous realm. So the Dr. Deputy is here, though he died in his squire body and is currently trapped in a doll. And by died in a body, I mean Adam tried to recapture it and then murdered it and then lied and said Ezra did it. But hey, the party's doing what they're doing. So they journeyed through a forest of faces and ended up inside Protection Town, where they spoke to Denton Arthur, an elderly artificer in an empty village that was beautiful and maintained by robots and protected by robots, who assisted our party despite the fact that without a clear enemy, and by clear I mean literally standing in front of them because the enemies are very plentiful, they immediately turned against each other until they successfully made their way out of town, having collected new items that had been gifted by a combination of the Mists, the Watchers, and Denton Arthur. They are making their way towards the Barren Hills, where they know that the evil demon lord of this realm that they have met, Acer Sanguine, has sent evil copies of themselves around to ruin the reputation of Wet Change before they can even arrive. They are going after Streamlabbing Tyler, the true villain of this story, who apparently has overtaken something called the Rootless Evergreen. So they're on their way there, but along the way, they had to spend the night in one of two locations. They chose between the Nameless Graveyard and the Forest of Screams, and deciding that screams make it really hard to sleep, chose the graveyard. They went in, scouted at a church, discovered there were gargoyles that would come alive at night, at which point Shadow Nemesis smashed the shit out of their gargoyles and took the King Gargoyle's head down as a decoration when they discovered it was Thanksgiving. And they had a beautiful Thanksgiving feast and their own improvised ceremony inside a magical disguise apparition version of Chuck E. Cheese, because that's where this group always celebrated Thanksgiving. They gave each other gifts. They had a meal together. They spoke about what they were thankful for. And then out of the mists rose a figure that gave each of them a true gift, the rarest of things in Ravenloft, a gift without a catch. At which point, the headless body of the Gargoyle King flew down from above, put his head back on, and announced he was going to kill everyone. Oh, the Dr. Deputy is also inside a robot body. That's worth mentioning. But the robot body can't hurt anything unless it hurts the party. That too. I'm sure there's other shit that I missed. There's a lot going on. But this is our party. Does anybody have any questions among our players? Is there anything you need clarified, or is there anything I missed that you want to point out?
So Shadow Nemesis has a gun though still, right? That hasn't been taken away?
Oh yeah, no, he
7 bullets with a gun.
We can take it away, right?
Gun. That is accurate.
Okay.
Oh no, Shadow Nemesis different from Dr. Deputy. Yes.
Speaking
there
of
are
guns,
a number of guns at play.
Dr. Deputy has guns. Like, what's his ammo situation like?
Doctor, I mean, that we are now reaching beyond things I will tell you outside of air, because that is a question Shadow Nemesis wants the answer to.
Okay, all right. Because he could be trigger happy, I'm guessing. So I don't want him to be like, and then miss everything, you know?
Well,
he has 2 bullets.
Well,
all good. Okay, so we have this. I think we're about as ready to go as we're going to be. If we're all ready, hide your chat, fam. It's time to return to Ravenloft. The Gargoyle King has slammed down onto the central altar and returned his head to his body. It is still wearing an Ezra headband. It is covered in candles, but it is looking tremendously dangerous. Can everyone please roll me initiative?
no balls.
Oh, balls over here too.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No balls on Guy Bradford. That's a 19.
Ooh. Guy Bradford's got no balls. He's fast. He ain't got no balls to slow him down.
Aerodynamic.
I also have no balls. I rolled 18.
Damn,
Ooh.
me and Tyler. Balls of
These
20.
eunuchs way out ahead, huh?
Yeah.
All right,
got a
Del.
4.
Smooth down there. Just the aerodynamic.
4 for me.
Dell's got a 4. Tyler?
I rolled a natural 1, and I can't remember how that impacts initiative. That you might want to give. You might want to punish me for that, or if the modifier, it would be a 2. If that's how where you just want to give me a 2, I don't know. Whatever you want to.
Oh, you know me. I'm so against punishment. Okay, so Dr. Deputy, Rumpleforeskin. Okay.
Oh, does Guy's goat get a
Yes,
Right,
Guys, go.
Guys, go.
Does guys go get to go?
Guy's goat.
Yeah.
I have so many G's in this thing.
Yeah.
Guys, goat, Gargoyle King.
Go, guys, go.
Yeah. If guys go, he's got the gumption. He gets to go.
Go, guys, goat. I forgot the goat. It was so beautiful, and now it's a goddamn mess. New road. Perhaps fueled by Ezra, because this is a church in which you belong. The first person to get to react on this list is you. What do? Evil has entered the house of Ezra.
You wear the banner of Ezra across your head, but you hold not his soul. I have to protect everybody. I'm going to do something. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, here's something I haven't used before. I'm gonna.
I will paint a quick picture for everyone for context. There is an altar. You are all standing around the altar. The Gargoyle King is on the center of the altar. To the north is the fake illusory Chuck E. Cheese. To the south are the various pews made of wood. Then there is a gap of space inside this alcove to the east or west. Now, what are you going to do, New Rogue? I just wanted you to know that in case your undoubtedly insane actions are affected by the environment.
Okay, so I feel like everybody here will be able to defend themselves relatively well, but I have this new baby goat, and I'm very concerned for it. So I look into its little eyes, and it's just like, and it's scared. Goat. And so I'm just going to go down, pet him on the head, realize you're still there. Don't worry, little guy. You'll be protected by my shield of faith. And then I put my hands together and say, Ezra, please protect the little baby. And yeah, that's what I say. And gotta roll that.
You're casting Shield of Faith?
On the goat.
Yeah, I think Shield of Faith is just an action. I think that just happened.
Really?
It just raises, it's what, +2 AC, if I'm correct?
1 bonus. Yeah, it's +2 bonus AC. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a bonus action?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just do that.
Oh, hot damn! Yeah.
What does it look like as this Shield of Faith springs into place around your goat?
This would be. I can't place the name of it. Actually, it's weird, but it's this.
Well, that's perfect because the mists swirl up and give you a pop culture reference that helps you fully frame this moment.
That you don't have, actually, apparently.
Couldn't tell if that was character or guy. Sorry, guy.
Well, it's this Dutch guy, and he's wearing a little cape, and his skin is flaking, and the light golden touch of Ezra surrounds him as he surrounds my goat. And he says, I'm not going to let this little goat get hurt. And it's just this little Dutch guy named Goldmember. That's right. The Michael Myers, Austin Powers universe lives again. And it basically, it splits into 4 of them. So it's like kind of like a diamond shape. And they kind of like spin and rotate. So like,
so it's just a barbershop quartet of small golden figures yelling, I like gold.
Yes, exactly.
Harmonizing.
And they revolve around my little goat.
Okay, that's your bonus action, meaning you can still move and do something.
Well, now that my little goat's good, I'm going to do something which I don't often do, not use magic. So I'm going to take out my short bow because I haven't used that in a while, and I'm going to try to hit this little sucker in the face because I think that might do something.
Great, let's roll an attack.
All right. Hey.
I was going to say, you'll have to set your goat down to fire a bow as it requires 2 hands. Is the goat going
there you go,
feet?
Little guy.
Are you setting it on the altar? Where is it ending up?
I'm placing him behind me, and I'm going to let him find his own way. So
perfect.
Go wander off now.
Yeah. Find a nice place. Hey, ass! Prepare to have a dart. And then I shoot my little dart arrow. It's an arrow, not a dart. And that is a 19.
19, that will hit. Roll your damage, my friend.
Okay. Oh boy. That is do I add my strength onto that? Or?
Yes. If you look at the damage listed next to the weapon on your sheet, it should include the damage of like what you roll plus what. It will be plus strength.
That's cool.
Plus dex maybe for this because it's a ranged weapon.
Yeah. Then that comes to a 17.
Wow.
What do you roll for that?
I rolled my 13. Oh, wait, a 1d6. Oh, damn it, 1d6.
Oh, I got so excited.
I was like,
so excited. Never mind.
I don't know a lot about D&D, but I know a short bow does not do 17
I saw
damage at
his
level
face
3.
and I'm like, oh, no, maybe it
I
is.
think it's 2 D100s plus my modifier.
Fuck, sorry.
This isn't Pathfinder.
I do 64 damage.
We win.
The
D100.
little lamb distracted me. Go. It's a 6.
6. There we go.
Oh,
Okay.
hey, that's right.
You
Max
fire,
damage.
you fire your bow, and the arrow creases a furrow along the forehead of the Gargoyle King and snaps off one of the blood candles. It is damage, but this is a hardy stone monster.
Oh.
Do you want to move, or are you happy staying where you are? I mean, not so much happy, but just do you want to stay where you are?
No, I'm going to, now that he's hurt, I'm going to grab my little guy behind me. I'm going to with my back arm, put him on my back and then tuck and roll away.
Great. So you were just moving 30 feet away. Do you want to move towards the entrance to the church?
Oh, hell yeah.
Great. You took your shot and you're running with your goat through the pews directly away from combat.
You guys got this.
Shadow Nemesis. You hear, you guys got this, echoing through the air. What do you do?
Okay. Can I do for like a bonus action? Can I yell at Dr. Deputy and be like, he's attacking us. That means you can attack him. And can I do that?
Yeah. Generally speaking, in our game, we kind of allow speech as a general thing. Dr. Deputy is currently standing, holding a tech deck on the altar, going like, okay.
What are you doing? Get in the robot.
It was Thanksgiving.
Put down the tech deck and get in the robot.
I'm not putting it down, it's mine. And he's going to turn and run for his robot.
Okay, good. Now that my bonus action is done, how close is he to me? Like, I guess I'm pretty like.
You are just outside of engagement range. If you take kind of one step forwards, you'll be swinging up at the altar towards him, but you're far enough away now that you have to choose to step forwards, or you could move further away if you wanted tactically.
So, can I attack him this round, or?
Yeah, if you just move forward, it's take 5 steps forward. Like take a step forwards, and you're within swinging range.
I heroically step forward, and like a lumberjack of old against an old oak, I just double hand my axe, and I'm like, "Here comes the axe," and I just give him a big swing, and I just want to go right into his torso. That's
great.
It.
You step forwards and take your big swing.
Yeah.
Can you roll me an attack? But as the mists swirl up, it's not with a D20. Please roll me a D6.
Oh man. Okay. Okay. All right. Here goes everything. 3.
3.
Here we go,
You
baby.
step up and just take you leap onto the altar for your heroic swing and lash out at this gargoyle just as it turns to see Shadow Nemesis leave. And your axe cleaves through the space where it is, and with your two-handed ultra strong swing, can you roll me a D6? I just need a nice coin flip here, because there is a side where there is a Dr. Deputy climbing into a robot, and there is Dell standing there, and I need to know who's going to take this axe hit.
Well, number 5 will take that hit.
Dell is taking the hit. Can you roll me a critical hit?
Oh,
yes.
Oh
Please.
no. Meaning
I need you to roll your damage dice twice and then add your regular addition to it.
Oh no. What, for my battle axe?
Yeah.
Oh my god. So 2d8 plus 3?
Correct.
Man alive. All right.
Shit.
Well, I rolled garbage, so that's good. So 4 plus 3 is 7.
7 damage. Okay. You deal 7 damage to Dell. Dell.
Whoa.
I'm sorry I pushed it through a window. Ow.
I'm over that. No.
Classic. Drudging up the past. Rumpleforeskin is going to dash forwards and put themselves between you and the gargoyle, Dell.
Oh.
And they are going to breathe fire at this creature. And they miss. Rumpleforeskin's like, oh no, Dell, and pushes you aside and breathes fire, and then is like, are you okay? This is kind of weird. Like it's like a fire more of a distraction at this point than help because Rumpleforeskin's so concerned about you using their bonus action to check in with you.
Bonus. Yeah,
Not
got it.
great, but
There it is.
bigger fish to fry.
Okay, you heal yourself. I'll cover you.
Okay.
At which point the Gargoyle King turns to face Shadow Nemesis and then just says, "Trying to protect your friends." And the Gargoyle King reaches down and grabs you, Tyler. Can you roll me a strength saving throw?
Oh, yeah, sure. Coming right up. Oh, okay. It's a good high roll. And a total of a dirty 20, thankfully.
A dirty 20. The Gargoyle had advantage and rolled 2 3s. So there's your nat 1 paid for. It reaches to grab you and can't succeed. Snarling, it just leans back and its mouth opens and you just hear this terrifying combination of an eagle's cry and a lion's roar. Just it curdles your bones and it's so piercing that it hurts all of your ears. As it summons... Oh, there we go. 5 miniature gargoyles. They flap down from above to join the fray. Shadow Nemesis, can you roll me a perception?
Yeah, I smashed those things. Hold on a minute. Oh, my perception. Yeah, 0 for perception. All right.
Chunky and assembled, kind of.
Well, there's a 17.
17. You recognize that these gargoyles, at first you just see a swarm in the darkness come towards you, and then you realize they are all about 2 feet tall. And Shadow Nemesis, you can recognize that these are the same body forms and general appearance as the collection of gargoyles you had smashed around the king. Clearly they have come back to life, but they are so much smaller and so much less threatening than they otherwise would have been. You did a tactically very smart thing earlier that is paying off for you now.
Oh, great. Oh, that's good. Are they just like gargoyle heads with like feet or something and like wings?
It seems to you, if you had to guess, that they just have been pulling together their form and kind of they were at the very first stage of reforming the stones together. So they had very tiny versions of themselves, but they might require a full night to recharge their full bodies. So
a night they shall not receive.
I will take your word for that.
I say out loud.
So they are all flying in. Oh, man. Okay. I rolled their initiative, and it is very good. Okay, so...
Whoops.
There are going to be 1 each. 1 is attacking Shadow Nemesis. 1 is attacking Del. 1 is attacking Tyler. And 2 are going after you, New Rogue, as you flee. However... Oh, fly. Yeah, no, they catch you because they can move 40 feet. So, all right. They are all rolling attacks. Let's see what happens. Shadow Nemesis. The miniature gargoyle attacking you. Gets a 10. So that is a miss as they swoop out of the darkness. And now we're just kind of like a little imp trying to attack you as you face off with the larger gargoyle. Del, the one attacking you, rolls a 7. Also misses. Tiny gargoyles. Rumpleforeskin is saving the day.
Thank you.
Tyler, that's a nat 20. So your gargoyle comes at you like it's shot out of a gun.
I'm gonna try to interrupt that with a reaction to cast Silvery Barbs.
Oh, okay, right.
It just means that I can distract the triggering creature. It turns its momentary
It gives me disadvantage, and then you can pass advantage onto somebody else if I am correct.
But it's only available when their attack is successful. So
this was successful.
In this case,
so this is perfect. Yeah. All right, so we switch it to disadvantage. That becomes a 17. What's your AC?
That meets it. Yeah.
Ooh.
All righty, so it
not
will
crit damage, I guess.
And you will take. Yeah. Oh, and it rolls well. You will take 7 piercing damage, and it is clinging onto you. So it is at the start of its turn. It lands, it hits claws into your armor, and now it's just on you, battering you with its wings and just punching with one free stone hand into your back as you are engaged in this combat. Then the attacks on New Rogue. 1 misses altogether.
Oh, nice.
And the other also misses. So they are flying towards you, but you are fending them off and keeping your goat safe. Protect.
For the record,
Your
I'm giving my advantage to Shadow Nemesis to use.
Ooh.
Right. So make a note of that, Shadow Nemesis. You have advantage.
My silvery barbs gives you an advantage.
On my next roll, I guess?
Your next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw within 1 minute.
Well, yeah, I'm going to use this. I'm not going to wait for a minute. I'm going to use it.
Yeah, no,
And the doctor deputy climbs into his robot and he swings the door shut and you just see him go, all right, now it's time to get it done. And he raises his rifle and it clicks, pointing at the Gargoyle King. And he goes, what is it do? And he fires again and it clicks. And he says, oh no, the programming seems to be not so good. It seems like it has to hurt every member of the party before it counts as attacking the party. Because canonically, for those who remember, it was a fearful failure on attempting to program the robot to save the party.
got it.
Can I yell out to the party being like, see, this is what I was talking about. You see?
That's
How
fine.
was
You can
your
yell that
idea
out.
good?
I will respond with, get him off me! Get him off me! Ah! Ah! As I am harried and harassed by a little stone baby.
Yep. Guy's goat. It just, the goat stays in your arms. The goat's not going to fight you. It's having a nice time. That was him kissing the goat on the head. For anyone in the podcast not knowing what that sound was.
You're a very good goat.
Del, you are up.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Going to use my bonus action to cast my bardic inspiration on Tyler and be like, Tyler, you're stronger than that little guy. You got it. So you have a D6 bardic inspiration. And I guess what I'm going to do is use my other second level spell slot to cast Phantasmal Force on the big gargoyle, which means that
this is the end of Chuck E. Cheese.
This is the Chuck E. Cheese. I'm continuing the Chuck E. Cheese monsters because they're behind the gargoyle and they're just shuffling forward in a way they can't in real life and grabbing onto the gargoyle's legs.
Okay, mechanically, how does this jamboree band attack work?
Okay, so the thing that I don't know that I'm just rolling dice on is if the gargoyle is an undead or a construct, that it has no effect. And I don't know if it is. I think Tyler said it was like a creature with a spell cast on it before, but I don't know. This is all I know as a character.
Based on the magic that has been involved in the identify that is there, I will say that this qualifies as a creature with its particular curses.
All right, then it has to take an intelligence saving throw.
Ooh, intelligence saving throw. The Gargoyle King is many things, but smart is not one of them. That is a 9.
All right, 13 was the DC. So now it takes 1d6 psychic damage.
All right, roll that.
It's 4. And basically, for a minute, however many rounds that is, it's going to take 1d6 damage on my turn, unless it uses its turn to investigate and find out that this isn't real. Otherwise, it'll keep going for a minute.
Ooh, wow.
So that's my other level 2.
Mess with that mind.
What are these unholy creatures? No! Get your instruments away from me!
Yeah, do it, band. You got this.
Let's take a quick commercial break right there.
Hey, is this a gargoyle's birthday?
Tyler, you have a gargoyle clinging to your back that is punching you and buffeting you with its wings while you are yelling, "Get it off me."
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm assuming he got some air to get up on my back kind of thing. He's riding high kind of. Yeah. Okay. Coming down from above. I think I'm just going to try and reach up over my shoulders onto my back, just kind of scramble for anything, find purchase on a rocky bastard, and then just try and touchdown spike him into the floor in front of me. Just get him off of me.
Majestic.
Throw him into the ground.
That would be an athletics check.
Athletics. Okay.
But The mists swirl up around you in
Just
particular.
Put this D20 away. Thank you very much.
Roll me a D6.
Yes, here we go. That's a 4.
Yeah.
Oh, we like
Tombstone pile driver.
That's right.
I was going to say, what specific wrestling move leads to the abject destruction of this miniature gargoyle?
Gosh, I'm not good with names, so I will just have to describe it. If we're doing a, oh my gosh, it's just completely left my brain. Not a fearful failure, but a
Spooky success.
Spooky success. Thank you. If this is a spooky success version of this maneuver, then I think we juice it up a little, and the force with which I'm trying to hurl this thing forward, up and over my shoulders causes me to do a front flip, and I just land on my back, kind of with the guy underneath me. So my back on top of him, he hits the ground, and then I kind of roll out of it, and I'm up again.
Great, you roll out of it and are up. And because this is a spooky success, you have destroyed this miniature gargoyle, and that will count as your movement, but you are in engagement range of the Gargoyle King, should you wish to attack.
Well, I'm not doing too good, even from that little stone bastard, so I'm going to have to kind of D up here. So I'm going to spend my bonus action and my action to get a little harder to hit. I'm going to go to my trauma place and enter my Blade Song stance, which is my bonus action. And I'm going to use my action to cast I think a new spell for this show, Mirror Image.
cool.
Some of you may be familiar with Mirror Image. 3 illusory duplicates of myself appear in my space. Until the spell ends, the duplicates move with me and mimic my actions, shifting position so it's impossible to track which one of me is real. I can use my action to dismiss the illusory duplicates at any time. Well, not at any time, but on my turn. Each time a creature targets me with an attack during the spell's duration, I roll the d20 to determine whether they actually attack one of my illusory copies. And we take it from there because they have their own armor class and everything as well.
Wow.
Nice.
And the beautiful thing of that is it's not even concentration. It's just up for the next minute. So I don't even have to concentrate on it.
Beautiful. You successfully summon illusory duplicates of yourself. So for everyone else, you now just see 4 Tylers switching in and out of position, and none of you know which Tyler is the real one.
Oh.
Yeah.
New Rogue, you're busy protecting a goat running away and being harried by 2 miniature gargoyles as you try to flee the church. What are you doing now? It's your turn.
So let me just try and get a lay of the land. So I went behind the gargoyle head. The gargoyle head is in the basically the center of the room, so the separated from the body.
I was gonna say So the gargoyle put his head back on at the start.
Oh, that's
so
right.
He's a fully attached gargoyle. So there is a large gargoyle, the Gargoyle King, the big one, standing on the altar at the far side of the church. It is surrounded by Del, Shadow Nemesis, Rumpleforeskin, Dr. Deputy Inside a Robot, and Tyler. There are also miniature gargoyles. One is attacking Shadow Nemesis and one is attacking Del. And you are 30 feet away. You ran away from the altar towards the front of the church to run out the front door.
I did, yeah.
You are carrying your goat, and you are being attacked by 2 of these small 2-foot tall gargoyles. They have not successfully done any damage, but they are right on top of you, taking their swings.
All right. Well, I'm going to... I want this little goat safer and away from me. And right now it has the shield. So I'm going to just say, be a good boy and just go limp. And I'm just going to basically roll him along the ground, kind of try and slide him on his butt out of the way on the church floor. So I'm just going to go. Yeah, that's what my first action is going to be.
Great. Can you roll me an animal handling to see if this goat understands what you say to it?
Oh, God. Right. Damn it. Okay. Oh, okay. 18.
18. The goat goes limp. You're not sure if it understood you or if it's just very tired. You're very new to this goat, but you just slide it under a pew.
Great. So now that I have that out of the way, now I'm like, okay, Goyles, let's get down to business. And then I take out my warhammer, and are these on either side of me, like one's to my left, one's to the right?
Sure. I mean, they're flying, so they're basically moving around you. Yeah, stuck in the middle with them is your current position, with 2 gargoyles kind of flapping around you, flying and attacking.
Okay, great. I'm wondering. So Warhammer I can use two-handed.
Yes.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wield it with both hands because I'm really angry. I'm going to go for the one that's closest to me. Now, how hovery is this gargoyle near, around me? Is it like 5 feet above me? Is it just...
There is one that is circling you at about head height and one that is circling you at waist height. Which one do you want to take the swing at?
I'm going to do the waist height because that gives me more room to basically land, I think.
Great. So I need you to roll me an attack against the waist height gargoyle. But before you do, the mists swirl up around you.
Oh, no.
And roll a d6.
4.
Hey.
Yeah.
You smash the shit out of that gargoyle, and because it does not have a tremendous amount of health, you smash the shit out of the second gargoyle. Just raising your hammer up to swing down, you actually crush the gargoyle over your shoulder, and then swinging down, you crush the other one. Success. Do you want to do anything with your movement? You did a free action to goat slide. You did your attack. Still move if you want to.
Well, I'm going to move close to assist them now that I have the goat in a nice place. So I'm just going to go down to the goat and be like, stay here. I'll be right back. And I wink at it. And then
roll me animal handling?
Oh, right. Fuck. Oh my God. That's an 18 again.
The goat just nods.
Okay, I love you.
The goat nods. I mean, that's huge.
It's a little chill.
That's
it's intelligence
a little calm.
right there. You can't quite tell if it's like a yes or a no, but it's just like it seems to you like it gets it.
Okay, and I'm going to. Who's closest to me? That's in. Oh, Tyler's the one that's in need of. No, you destroyed that other gargoyle.
Yes. So Dell is behind the altar with Rumpleforeskin from the way you are facing, and Dr. Deputy. To the left side is Shadow Nemesis, who is standing on the altar, going toe-to-toe with the monster. And to the right side from your perspective is Tyler, who has just finished a super cool series of magical moves, and you are looking at 4 of him.
Okay. Power numbers. I'm going to go with Adam and approach the King Gargoyle.
Great. So you are dashing back to join the rest of the party surrounding and battling this gargoyle. Yeah. Which means it is time for the little gargoyles. There are not very many left, but they will make their attacks. One on Shadow Nemesis. That will miss. And the other on Dell. That is an 18.
Oh,
I will cast Silvery Barbs again.
Oh my God, Tyler!
For the round.
Ooh, okay.
Disadvantage for that, and I will give that advantage to myself.
And I will say this gargoyle looks towards you, Dell, and then sees Tyler spring into multiple versions of himself. Mm-hmm. And it turns and with a screech flies at one of these Tylers at maximum speed. Tyler, I'm not going to make you roll for this because it rolled a nat 1 on its disadvantage. So it just misses altogether as it soars through one of your invisible ones and smashes into a wall and breaks into pieces. So it has taken itself out. So currently there's the Gargoyle King and one tiny gargoyle taking shots at Shadow Nemesis.
Wow.
Okay.
Shadow Nemesis.
All right.
You are up.
Okay. I thought these like tiny guys were going to be a problem, but they seem to be just breaking. So I'm not going to address the one that's like, I don't know, like trying to gnaw through my armor or something. I guess I'm just going to just take another two-handed swing at the King Gargoyle.
You got advantage from my last spell.
Oh yeah, okay. So then with
normally,
I won't have advantage then.
No, this is the balance. Normally you would have advantage, but you are actually fighting 2 foes at once because you have a small gargoyle that is attacking you. So we'll balance out 2. You will get to make this attack neutrally.
So use
this is
my
a boost up
advantage.
from the disadvantage you would have then.
Correct.
Oh.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
I see.
Well then,
you have to use this advantage now because it's what's in it.
Can I change who I'm attacking then? Because this like little dude.
Sure.
Okay. No. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna attack a King Gargoyle, and
Great.
then but before I do that, I'm gonna yell at Dr. Deputy. and I'm going to be like, get this thing off me, Dr. Deputy. And then I'll be like, so you're the King Gargoyle, are you? Will you face the Lord of Destruction? And then I'm going to just slice him in half with a two-handed attack.
Nice. Roll your attack. Let's do this.
When it's not advantage because
it's not advantage. Yeah, normally it would be an attack of opportunity from the small gargoyle, but they're psychically controlled by the large one, so he's choosing to impede you rather than take the swing. Also, he's getting attacked by a jamboree band and is very confused.
All right, so +5 for a total of 13.
13 to hit. That will not hit. You take your swing, and the Gargoyle King manages to focus enough because you yelled at it to ignore the jamboree band for a moment, stepping back and avoiding your blow.
Damn.
But I need to roll a dex save for the Gargoyle, which it does not pass. Tyler, can you roll me a dex save?
Higher numbers, please. Please roll higher, Tyler. Dex save total of 11.
11.
You could put Bardic on that, I think. Hold on. Let's see if it'll be a save. Ability check, saving throw, or attack roll. So if you wanted to, before Ryan says what it is.
A total of 11. I'll use my silvery barbs to try and roll higher than a 7 on my d20, and I will keep
So
the
you use
Bardic
the
Inspiration
advantage.
d6. Yeah. Better. A total of 18 for my dex save.
Total of 18. Tyler, you go to dodge aside as the Gargoyle King steps back to avoid a blow and dodges around the jamboree band and falls off the altar. And you look up and see hundreds of pounds of stone moving towards you. And you go to dodge to the left and almost slip. And then you just feel Rumpleforeskin headbutt you, and you bounce just safely out of space with the assistance of your friends. And you manage to avoid this monster slamming into the ground. Tyler, you dodged. Can you roll me 2d6?
The separate results or the combined result?
Combined result.
8.
8. All right. The gargoyle will take 8 points of damage from the floor. The 8 points of damage that you would have taken if you had not dodged out of the way.
That would have killed me.
Nice one. Nice.
This is where I live as a wizard. Yeah.
And we will count. There we go. Rumpleforeskin will turn and attack the small gargoyle that is still attacking Shadow Nemesis with a blast of flame. They will miss again. Firing a flamethrower at your ally to kill something small next to your ally is tricky. Shadow Nemesis is unharmed, but sadly so is the gargoyle. And that is when the Gargoyle King rises to his feet, roaring in absolute fury, and turns on Tyler. We'll take a quick commercial break right here. The Gargoyle King turns towards Tyler, or more accurately, a random variable collection of Tylers to try to attack. So Tyler, can you remind me mechanically how this works again, just so we can all picture it and know what we're rolling?
Yes, I have to roll a d20 when a creature targets me with an attack. And I'm assuming he's trying to do that right now? He's
Correct.
Trying to...
There are going to be 2 attacks coming your way.
2 attacks?
There is a bite attack and a claw attack.
So according to the spell, it is each time they target me for an attack. So I get to do this for each one.
Great, that makes sense.
What do you want to try first? You want to get the teethies on me or claw me?
We'll do the claw because I picture him trying to grab essentially, and then
sense.
fight if you're a little closer.
Okay, so for the claw attack, I roll a d20. If it's a 6 or higher, it's a 9. If it's a 6 or higher, it targets one of my clones.
Okay.
The clone's armor class is 10 plus my dex modifier, so I think that means their armor class is 11.
11. Okay.
Yes, so 11 to hit one of my
That is
clones.
a 17 to hit from the claw attack.
Yep, so it has no HP. He just destroys one of the duplicates. I am now 3 Tylers instead of 4.
What does it look like when one of these duplicates is destroyed? You just see this massive clawed stone hand swing and strike through one, but what does everyone see as it goes away?
I think true to kind of we've thrown around the glass cannon term here with when as related to Tyler's abilities. So I think it is just the sound of glass shattering and just the clone sort of goes rigid and brittle in the last kind of shape and motion it was taking just as it gets struck, and then it's like it was always just a glass statue, and it just shatters into a million pieces, and they turn to dust after.
All right, shattering into glass and turning to dust, the Gargoyle King just roars again, I just want to kill you, come on! And he's being attacked by a jamboree band. Obviously, Del, he has not investigated. Can you roll me a d6 for the psychic damage?
It says it's on my turn.
Oh, it's on your turn. Okay, well then we'll wait it out. But trying to bite Tyler again.
We have a bite attack coming up. Okay,
yes,
so because I'm one clone down with 2 duplicates, I have to roll an 8 or higher now instead of a 6.
Ooh.
So I rolled a 19, so he is targeting one of my clones, one of my 2 remaining clones.
He lunges forwards and bites down, and with a 22, shatters a second illusion. And Tyler, you were just watching this massive 10-foot tall stone gargoyle destroy every defense as it's closing in on you.
And it's just like, you know, I'm pretty new to all of this still, so even I feel like the fear of death every time it's like one clone over from the real Tyler. Like if he had known, or if he was like an inch off, it would have been like lights out for me. So I'm reeling and trying to and reacting to almost getting murdered every time.
And luckily, so are the clones. For the rest of you, it looks like a collection of very fearful illusionary Tylers, and they're all not great at dodging, but they keep getting smashed into glass.
Yeah. A lot of them are just like putting arms up like just defensively as like a massive set of teeth close around them.
Not the face.
And the guy goat remains hiding under the pews, protected by 4 circling gold members.
Gosh damn.
At which point,
I love gold.
Dr. Deputy climbs up in a robot body jankily onto the altar and just says, "Excuse me, sir. No, thank you." And he's just going to try to push this gargoyle gently without harming it away from you, Shadow Nemesis. Because he can't harm it due to his programming, but he can theoretically move it somewhere else if he doesn't hurt it.
It's programming. I knew it.
That is a nat 1. Shadow Nemesis, by trying to move the tiny gargoyle, you just get slammed by a robot and fall off the altar. Can you roll me a dex saving throw?
Danger sense.
This would apply to danger sense.
Yes!
Whoa.
Yes!
Oh, yeah. This is already a win for you, Adam.
Yeah. I'm like,
applying the danger sense ability.
No matter how this ends, it's already perfect.
Which is advantage, right? Just so I know how I'm working.
I love it.
All right.
I love
what
it
does.
so much.
It's so good.
Dex saving throw. Advantage. Oh,
I'm in
that's a
danger.
nat 20.
Nat 20.
21.
You are knocked off this altar. And you, rather than falling, end up doing a side flip. You just flip feet overhead and land on the ground. And you feel like you realize as you land that your hands are open. And that means you aren't holding your axe.
Uh-oh.
Until you look and see the mists encircling one of your gauntleted arms. And you see that your axe, you can't see it right now until you flex your wrist, and then the axe pops out of your arm.
Holy shit. I say, what?
And you can feel that if you twist your fist left to right, it will switch over to a sword, or one might say a spike, perhaps a RoboCop-esque data spike.
What's happening? Wow.
The mists have gifted you an arm blade, meaning you cannot be disarmed of this weapon, and you can summon it and stab it outwards at any time.
Wow. How do I even make a note of this? Like, awesome gauntlet?
Yep, you are just more RoboCop now. And because that was a nat 20 on a save, I will give you an attack of opportunity against the Gargoyle King, because you have access to this gargoyle's back as it keeps smashing through glass tilers.
All right. I do like a flip, and I just like land awesomely. I notice like the mist just fade away, and I see maybe there's like 2 images on there just so I know what's happening. It's like axe, spike. And so I go switch to spike mode, and I just wind up and right in his back. I just want to be like, get ready for some back action and just punch him right in the back.
Great. Roll me a one-handed attack. And I will say, for an ongoing basis, for the spike or the axe, we will use the same stats coming out of your arm blade for this, because I don't want you to have to choose between them mechanically. I want you to awesomely be able to use whatever is awesome.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so that plus 5, like...
Yes.
Oh. Okay, come on, baby. All right. Wait, did you say advantage? No,
I did not.
Major sense? Okay, all right.
You already used that.
All right.
Buddy.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, it's like a total of 10.
A total of 10. You pop that spike out and say, it's time for some back action. And you lunge forwards just as the gargoyle turns to attack another Tyler and miss altogether. Now just standing next to it.
He's so squirmy.
He's very powerful and fast, and you are trying a brand new weapon you've never used before in combat, which is awesome, but maybe not the most effective combat tactic.
Blast. All right.
Which means it's time for Del.
Okay, now I can finally roll my D6.
Yeah, get
All
him.
of
Hell
the
yeah.
animatronics going after this. It's a 6. All right.
Ooh.
The gargoyle takes 6 psychic damage as you continue to wail away at it with a jamboree band. Del, I'm going to ask you, because you're a pretty creative person.
Yeah.
Visually, what does it look like for a jamboree band of robots to attack a gargoyle in a way that would scare the gargoyle?
I think it's because they walked off after playing all of their instruments, and then they're coming down. And you know, I went from this place of thinking, "Yay, Thanksgiving," to being like, "Oh no, we're being attacked. We got to attack back." So they were normal, and then they just started coming apart. So it's like they bite on the gargoyle, but they're just all coming apart, and then there's just too many electronic and metal pieces inside of them that doesn't even make any sense. It's just like very surreal horror style where they're just kind of, there's extra limbs coming out, and it doesn't make sense because it's just illusionary.
So it's a Cronenberg jamboree band with the aesthetic of one of those Elmos, the Tickle Me Elmos that got set on fire that people put on YouTube for a while.
Yes,
A little bit of a virus situation, if you remember that Donald Sutherland movie.
100%. So Del, what are you doing? The jamboree band from hell is currently engaging in combat, and glass Tylers are getting smashed while the Dr. Deputy unsuccessfully tries to wrestle a small gargoyle, and Shadow Nemesis keeps swinging and missing at the biggest enemy you've fought yet.
Oh my goodness. It's so that is a great thing. I think there's so many options, and I just feel like the guys are attacking it and trying to lock it down, and I'm just like, oh, we are in a graveyard. Maybe the ghosts will tell me something. So I'm going to try and tell myself, get the ghost to tell me a ghost story and see if it's actually going to be useful here. So I'm going to use my bonus action. Great. Nope, it's not useful. I'm like, come on, ghost. And Werner comes back out and he tells me about the squirrel again. I'm like, Werner, you told me about the squirrel. We don't.
Yes, I know, but it's not up to me. It's up to the people. So, he chitters. Maybe you could sort this out after.
No, Werner, that's...
No, you have so much inter-party conflict.
It's
Maybe
not helpful right now, Werner.
I don't care. I don't want to be here either, but they keep sending me to tell you stories. And you get the squirrel one. Do a chitter.
No, I'm not chittering. All right, we got to fight. Fine.
Okay, good luck.
So there's still one last gargoyle baby that's on Adam, right?
It's on Dr. Deputy right now because Adam got knocked off the altar.
Right. All right, well, I feel like I can't fix all of this, but maybe I can fix one tiny gargoyle. And I pull out the cool bow and I shoot it with the cool bow.
Amazing. Can you roll me the attack?
Yes.
Do we need to hear the cool word for the attempted attack or only when it hits?
It's a 14.
It is a 14. Meets it, beats it. So it hits. Ooh. What cool thing do you yell as you fire, or what cool thing does the bow yell as you fire it? Roll your damage.
It's just listing cool things.
It's 6 damage altogether.
6 damage. You save the doctor deputy in his useless robot suit as this gargoyle smashes apart. And the word Mohawks echoes through the space to inspire you, Tyler. This is the true bardic inspiration you needed to hear a cool thing as you watch the Gargoyle King continue to smash through all of your very fragile, very shatterable illusions. And you know that if it gets through those, you have just as fragile a body that will break just as quickly.
That's the end of this episode, listener, but next week you could become a watcher and affect the Jesters' adventures by joining our Twitch stream, which happens every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's Toronto time. If you join our Twitch chat, you can give the cast magical items, name NPCs, and decide the events that shape Ravenloft. So, catch up on the story, follow Dum Dum Dice on Twitch, and join our weekly stream right away. Jesters of Ravenloft features the voices of players Tyler Hewitt, Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, and Adam McNamara, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Jesters of Ravenloft's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is Dark Mysterious Halloween Night by Sound Gallery by Dimitri Taras. And our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, whose music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. Now get out of here before the mist gets you too!
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: Christopher Little, George Dolby, Richard Cranium, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Logan, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Flynn1138, Alarain Okapi, Schrodinger's Pepper, Guy Edwards, Madre de Gatos, Lady Maiden, Garbo Ape, Locke, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dagger Rain, Rob L, Dia De Los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Remy Funky Head, Nomad, the Wise Paladin of the Badlands, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Shulzari, Gus Schreider, The Long Family, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Alex Parr, Old Man Mojo, Dragonfly, The Body Barrelers, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.